Hi, so here we've got Renata training today, and she's doing virtually some metabolic enhancement training. So getting her to train with weights, doing big compound functional exercises. She's getting her heart rate right up and not stopping in between the exercises, so off she goes into her rows. What this is doing is creating a high volume workout where we're creating a high oxygen deficit, so she gets a really good EPOC effect, but also she's burning lots of calories throughout the session. So even working hard, we had her doing lower back, now she's up on triceps. I'll do a coach's special prediction and say she might be doing biceps next. And if you listen really hard, you can hear the music of girls just want to have fun. Not sure she's having fun. Breathing loud. Work rate's high, there she goes, flipping over to a bicep curls on 15 kilo. So her arms are going to start to scream at this point, I'd say. Heart rate's pretty elevated. Nice work there, scooting over to the leg press. So she's not letting herself scam any rest. Going into single leg presses. 50 kilo plus the sled. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're doing single leg, nicely sliding over, smooth transition. Really coming down into that lower third, working all that hip engagement area, which is where you really want to work. You're not doing a whole lot of work at the top end of a leg press, as you know. So getting a great burn in those quads. And then we're over actually to what I would call the hard part of the set. So this is all one set, guys. She hasn't stopped yet, and she's going on to her back squats here. So what we've got on the bar, so we've got 30, 50 kilo squats. Again, might not sound heavy, but when you're doing it in a string of complexes, she's working damned hard. So she does about 25 minutes of this, girls.
Oh, because from here, oh, you were on the other leg before?
So of course, a day in the life of Renata would not be a normal day if she wasn't working on her posing. So we're up here at the Hyatt City Gym. This is Irene Nikole, someone that we work closely with quite often. And we're working on Renata's routine.
Either forward or you're either stepping forward to go down, or you're stepping back. What do you think's better? I think it depends on where you are on stage. If you're that far over on stage and you need
Irene's actually a NABA WFF judge, so she'll be with me on the judging panel.
I don't know whether it's just because we're practicing too far over here.
Fantastic choreographer to work with.
So shall we take it from the beginning to there to see where you are on the stage? Yeah. And then we can decide which leg. So I want you to practice doing something without it. It does not look good. Extend bicep. What's happening with that wrist? That's it. How Galen would call it. Good.
So at the moment,
what she call it. But what
discussing the merits of holding a pose
if you know how to
for 30 seconds as opposed to holding a pose, moving, changing into another, same pose, but slightly different angle of it.
Is what I'm really saying. I want you to progress a little bit more and to be more international. So that when you do win, you'll be able to go international and be just like the other girls. So go onto another YouTube site and watch last year's.
Good to know Irene's encouraging Renata to take a little bit more of an international approach. As you know, Renata's quite seasoned, but
they're not doing this.
she wants to keep progressing. So the idea is to get onto the NABA website and look at the NABA Worlds.
They're moving, they're not holding it still. So watch, go on YouTube and watch and go, oh, now I get what she's saying. And then you can have a bit of a play with it yourself, and then we can tidy it up and see what looks good next time I see you.
Of course, a day in the life of Renata wouldn't be a day if she wasn't working. So.
Alright? Yep. So we're going to start on the dodgy side first, remember? Yeah.
I say poor Yvonne, tongue in cheek. Yvonne's the client of the moment.
Oh,
Flat back,
yep.
head up, elbow up.
Looks like we're demoing some one arm rows. Trusty water. Good to see that the trainer's adopting the Nazi principles of always having water in her hand. Renata's probably drinking around 7-8 litres a day at the moment. Glug, glug, glug. That makes Coachy a happy coach.
That's it. Come on, do it.
And the other side.
And of course, there's not too many days where in comp prep Renata's not doing something to do with food.
Short window of opportunity to try and get meals prepared. I always cook my chicken in batches. Everything's pre-weighed these days. Chicken with curry on top.
What have we got to eat, Renata?
Lots of colours. Very different to what we used to prepare. We used to live on green beans, cauliflower and broccoli, and now we have loads of colours. So every meal pack's fun. Pre-weigh all of the individual ones. Sometimes I just weigh everything all in one bowl and divvy it up however I want, and other times I just divvy up my day's allowance into however many meal packs I actually want. So it makes it pretty easy for me.
Show us a meal pack.
Oh, I'll show you one of my favourite ones.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. All pretty quick and pretty easy. Everything is pre-cooked first. Then I'll just prepare it all as I go.
Thanks for sharing your day, Renata.